of news towards it. We can look right here, LMFA. There is no news right here. May 16th was the last news. LMFA on the filings, again, no news once again. So, LMFA, while it does have some good momentum towards it, I may be leading a little bit more towards GHSI for maybe a possible U-shaped pattern for a $2 break and maybe a run on up. You're right. That would be pretty nice. So I'm going to put LMFA on the bottom level too, because right now that's the low float pump of the day. And then we also have, GHSI trying to move on up. There's a 42K sell order at $2 though. So that's going to be a little tough to get through. But we are seeing, a little bit of hype, and maybe we could see GHSI start getting some momentum towards it. Now, as you can see right now, it is 9:44. I am not in on this play. You could see working orders, filled orders, 0 out of 0, nothing that I'm currently in on. But if the stock ever started moving up towards around that $2 mark, I definitely would look for a possible entry just to see if we could possibly get that $2 break and, some rip and running. Right now, LMFA definitely still has the majority of the hype, because that stock is trying to get a little bit of that momentum towards it because it's a low float play. So GHSI, keeping that one on watch right now to see if that one's going to try to U-shape and get its next leg. So I'm just keeping my eyes peeled. Also, if we look over on GHSI, the float is 10 million. So a little bit bigger than what we wanted. But again, this is a newer chart, newer IPO play where GHSI has gone from 140 all the way up towards $3. So if it does start breaking $2 and starts getting some hype back towards it, I wouldn't be surprised if all of a sudden the stock starts getting, some nice momentum. Now, I'd probably look for a good amount of shares if this stock, did start moving up towards around like 195 or $2 with a little bit of consistency. And hopefully maybe around, 4 to 5,000 shares on GHSI, especially if it ever broke $2 and we had a nice rip and run. I mean, we could definitely see things, start take on off. So hopefully within the next 15 minutes or so, GHSI could get, up towards around $2, maybe make some sort of U-shaped pattern, and we could go from there. But we do have to keep our eyes still peeled on LMFA because that is one of the top gainers today just because it's a low float stock. So keeping our eyes peeled on all plays, making sure we're not missing anything. Right now, 946 in the market. You got that 42K sell order at $2, and that's what's a little bit tricky about that. 42K again, that's going to be upwards around like an $87,000 sell order. Right now, GHSI keep trying, but still not 100% there because each time it pops up in the 190 area, it does drop back down to 180. Now, as I already showed you guys, I am not in on this play right now because I don't want to get in if this thing is just going to turn on me. But you can see 0 out of 0, not in right now. Just want to make sure you guys understand I'm never talking about a play while in on it and not telling you guys or anything like that. But I'm just watching and waiting. I don't want to chase LMFA, right? I don't really want to buy just some random low float stock that traders are just trying to pump up because there's nothing else going on. I'd rather get in on something that's a lot more credible. And that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at previous top gainers. AKTX, that was a previous top gainer. ANY, that was a previous top gainer. MTP, that was a previous top gainer. But a lot of these plays still, aren't really moving. So I'm just kind of even going back a little farther, and maybe the previous top gainer from Friday could start getting a little bit of hype. Maybe, or excuse me, top gainer from what, the 17th, which was Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, last Wednesday. So let's just give it a few minutes. Let's see what pops up on the high of the day momentum scanner. Let's see, where this action could be heading next, and where that nice momentum is going to be, because that's really what we're waiting for. That nice momentum, right? That nice rip and that nice momentum that's really going to get that nice volume towards it. PW is a stock that was also moving up. PW, this has been a play that's been moving up $6 all the way up to $9 recently. So PW's been climbing pretty good. GHSI looking weak right now. GHSI looking weaker. Not until that stock gets really above 195 to a $2 break. PW has just been creeping its way on up though, from $6 now all the way up towards around $9. LMFA is giving a lot back right here. And look at that. This is what we call a good old-fashioned pump and dump, guys, right? Seems like it's just been a good old-fashioned pump and dump. So, we do not need to be putting ourselves in that position just to lose. Again, if you guys are interested, PW has been a stock that's been on our back burner list. It's been a stock that has just been, keep on going on up. It's a very low volume play, which makes it very difficult to trade. It's a very low volume play. But right here, we can see that it has been moving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 out of the last 6 days, it has been on the green side. And again, if you guys are wondering where my head is currently at, again, my head, I'm still keeping my eyes peeled over on GHSI. So we're going to keep that one on watch. Give me 1 second. Going to take off the mic just for a moment. Just want to fix something on my end. But again, just going to. All right. Right now, guys, keeping my eyes peeled. Still watching GHSI at this time. That's still, where a lot of the potential I think could be. So I'm still watching my, right here over on GHSI. LMFA giving a lot back. So we don't need LMFA. Right now, GHSI trying to get a little bit more hype towards it. Let's just see if that could possibly start grinding at all. Maybe start getting above 195 and start getting a little bit more hype towards it. No entries on my end yet. 951 right now. No entries on my end yet. PW still doing its thing. All right, so PW still working its way on up. If GHSI does start running, 225 would be an area to lock in. We have some upper shadows up towards around these areas at 225, and then just some consolidation. But right now, again, stock's still having a little bit of trouble. LMFA, that's just been a pump and dump. Obviously, that's the one we wanted to avoid. We do not want to get caught up in that and just, hurt ourselves. So we do not want to be caught up in that just to hurt ourselves, just to be put in a position that really is not, the smartest thing in the world. Right now, SOLY. SOY. I'm not liking the stock too much. I mean, if you're looking for a small bounce play, the stock just had about 6 red days in a row, so maybe a small little bounce today, but it is going to get rejected when it moves back up towards around the 50-day moving average and 13 EMA. You got to be careful over there. XBIO, you're not probably going to see that big of a bounce. The traders are just dumping XBIO right now. Again, XBIO, guys, what was the big problem on this play? The big problem on XBIO was E-Trade cut it off. E-Trade said no one's allowed to trade XBIO. So XBIO had a lot of good potential, but XBIO was the play that E-Trade said, nope, you're not allowed to trade. And then since, E-Trade turned it off, that said, like, you can't trade XBIO, that's a huge chunk of day traders that can't trade now. So that's why everyone started shorting it and sold it. Nope, Tiger Trader, I did not trade yet. So yeah, that's the tough thing about XBIO because we were looking at it and then people said, "Oh, E-Trade it says access denied whenever you try to trade it." So imagine there's 100 people in the stock market. 40 of them use TD Ameritrade, 5 of them use SureTrader, 6 of them use UStockTrade, 2 of them use Alliance Trader, 3 of them use QuestTrade. 35 of them probably use E-Trade. That's a huge chunk. Imagine if 35% out of 100, day traders aren't trading XBIO. That's taking away a lot of volume from it. So that's why this thing, started coming back on down. Well, Sino GHSI trying to get a little bit of hype here. I wish I had a little bit more volume. That's my only concern. I wish I had a little bit more volume. But bids are still trying to climb. It still has some momentum towards it. Right now, again, still no orders on my end. but definitely watching to see if it's going to warm up. The big thing I'm concerned about is that 42K order. So big thing I'm concerned about is that 42K order. Right now, guys, I might be getting ready for my entry. So I want to see if this thing is going to start moving at all. Get that possible $2 break. So right now, GHSI is definitely creeping its way on up. And it looks like we are starting to move just a little bit. I am going to purchase 2,500 shares right here for a $2 break. And I'm going to start getting in a little bit more if I can. I'm going to look for that $2 break. I am in right now. I am in right now on GHSI for that $2 break. I'm currently in on this play. My cost basis is at 202. I'm in at 4,500 shares at 202, looking to see if this stock is going to be able to continue to move on up at all. So I'm in right now, and I'm looking for this stock to break on out. Break on out. I am in right now, 202, 4,500 shares, looking for a breakout. Now, I am going to be smart right here, and I might lock in half if we can't break through 220. So 218, I'm going to lock in 2,000 shares just to be smart. Just to be smart, I'm going to lock in 2,000 shares. Now, I do have 2,500 left, but let's see what we have. I just want to lock in half on that first little pop. And if anything, I'd probably scale out because what do I have? Right here, we're still good. Probably, yeah, we're good right here. Now we're looking for that 220 break. I'm starting to get a little bit weaker. Let me be smart here. I got 500 shares left. I just want to always make sure I'm coming out on top. If it goes down to 194, I'm getting out the rest. If I ever see 194, I'm getting out the rest. So far, we got that nice pop at that $2 break. And I'm still holding. I'm still holding my shares right here. And again, I've locked in some up towards around that 220 area. And this is obviously the play I've been watching for. My stop loss at 194 for this last 500 shares. AK47 just made $290. Shout out to you. Right now, I'm still holding this last 500 shares. I'm still holding my 500 shares right here. We had an awesome $2 break because 42K shares. Do you guys saw that on the ask? 42K ask got bought out and then went boom, shot all the way up to that 227 mark. And right now, it's still holding $2. I'm going to hold this $2 until either we get back up towards around 220 or if it starts getting a little bit weaker. Right now, back up to 210. Still starting to climb right here. Give me a $500 day. Mr. Wendell, again, throw those profits over in profits chat. We'll go over them shortly, guys. Throw those profits over in profits chat. We'll go over them shortly. Right now, guys, again, you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. Have 500 shares left. Right now, the only thing I'm a little concerned on is just a little bit of volume. We want to get back above 210 for volume to start moving on in. Nice big rip because we broke through 42K shares. Yep, you can also look at that trend line, right? We can also look at that trend line. 207, starting to move on up a little bit. So watch the trend line right here. That's something that we can focus on, absolutely. Right now, I still got 500 shares. I still got some meat in this game. I will, again, make this a little smaller right here. There you go. So I'm not covering up the high of the day momentum scanner. Now let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go, GHSI. Back up to 220, right? Now let's see if this gets back all the way up to 220. We get a possible breakout, right? 217 right here, 213. We're getting some nice breaks. Not bad. If you guys are still in a huge chunk, I only have 500 shares. If you guys are in a huge chunk still, lock something up. I want to make sure you guys are winning. So again, if you guys are in on a huge chunk still, lock something up when you're up right here. Hold a little bit for maybe a 220 break, okay? Hold a little bit for a 220 break. And here you go. Pay the team. Pay the team, GHSI. This is what we do here. Let's go. See if we're going to get this break. Let's see if this keeps on moving. See if the stock's going to get this nice rip. 218, 220, 218, still holding on up. Let's see. Come on, bids. Push right here. Bids, push right here. Let's get a 220 up on the bid side. That'd be great news for us. That's all we're doing. We're just looking to make some easy money here. I might lock in, though. I'm scared of a little bit of resistance right here. Yeah, I think, let me see. 218 still holding. Hold on, I'm right. I'm good. At 220s. 220s. I'm still holding. I have not clicked the sell. What are you going to do for us, GHSI? What are you going to do? 220, 27. I'm going to lock out. I'm going to lock out. 440 bucks. You love it, you hate it. 440 bucks. What you gonna do? Bibbity bobbity boobity. We are just playing the stock market. We're making some easy money around here, and we're continuing on being the best trading community, making sure our traders come out on top. Ow! That's what we do, team. So $440 right here, rocking and rolling. You guys can see my P&L, of course, right here. So you guys have absolutely everything. I don't hide anything. I'm trading real money, and I'm continuing on growing that small account. Yeah, you guys know it. Bibbity bobbity boobity. That is how we make money. All right. So awesome job. Awesome work, guys. And again, we are continuing making some big time gains. Let me see those profits over in profits chat. What do we have? Sean, $369. Monjero, $419. Scott, $75. It's real, $155. Shane Thompson, $330. Sergeant, $206. Doc Rock, $64. Gab, $127. Joe, $387. Sunday, $151. Jim, $195. Kralo, Isaac, Green Penny, Jay Sniggle, M Kilo, $430. CT, $102. Good job, guys. Demi, Mr. Wendell, 425. Joe, 89. Again, continue on with these awesome profits, guys. Fuster DC, 631. Abner, $500 in profit. Watch GHSI keep on spiking. And while GHSI keeps on spiking, I want profits chat to keep on filling on up. And right here, guys, you just see this money coming on in. Great work today. Awesome job, Joe, 387, 130, $112.10. Keep up this great work. That's what we're doing here, and it's all because we are studying, we are prepared, we are following the strategy that is leading to the most profit and locking in these awesome gains. So awesome work, guys. Right now, $440 locked in for myself. We'll see how much more GHSI has on top of it. And again, that is what I'm so fired up about, kicking off this Money Monday, right? Kicking off this Money Monday. We've been talking about GHSI. We've been looking at this play because it was a previous top gainer. And of course, seeing so many of the team members come out on top, that's one of the most beautiful things. So playing credible plays, not playing random pumps, not playing random stocks because nothing's going on, waiting and being a stock sniper, right? Sitting there waiting for our easy kill, waiting for our shot. We don't got to get out in the middle of the field and stand around and say, hey, look at me, right? We sit back in the grass, the tall grass, and just be waiting for that easy shot, guys. That's all we're doing. So GHSI, previous top gainer, U-shaped breakout. Even if you want to call it a little bit of a mid-candle breakout pattern, you could do that on GHSI. So awesome work on this play. Shout out to you guys banking this play. And let's see how much more this thing has left into it. But I could not be any more happy for the traders making that awesome bank on a stock like GHSI today. Also, little side note. If you guys are on text alerts, we also sent this text alert out at 9:42 a.m. The stock started ripping at 9:53. So if you guys are not in chat, make sure you guys are always, getting your text alerts, because if you guys are not, signed up for that, you guys could be missing out on some easy profits, especially, again, if you guys are not around. So, and I know a lot of people, sometimes move around. They have to step out, go to the bathroom for a second, sometimes sleep in a little bit. I'm always going to be able to send you guys a text if you guys are not around at this time. So again, a little side note, we have right here, GHSI, top gainer last week, starting to move. $2 resistance, possible break of $2 with volume. Watch for an entry. That was at 9:42 a.m. this morning. Stock started spiking at 9:53. Awesome job.